WGHC 98.3 FM. Don't forget to follow and like our page.
If you're looking for a place where you can eat palatable African dishes, then look nowhere else than Grace African Restaurant by Mame Abenabuama. You can place your order for weddings, parties, outdoorings, or funerals on 773-271-6000 or 773-759-1236. She's open from Monday to Sundays, and on every Sunday evenings, there's a special live band for everybody. You can locate her 404 Grace African Restaurant, Ghanaian Dishes in Chicago.
WGHC 98.3 FM. Your voice, your music, your station. Follow us at all other users can download the TuneIn Radio app or visit tunein.com. You can also listen by phone. Dial 1-563-999-3221. Visit our website at www.wghcfm.org.
Lies the rule and protect of I life. Oh, and I'm right. Africans with African pride. Fighting to attain our rights. Want no more, heading up good. For a nation to move forward. Africans with African pride. Fighting to attain our rights. Want no more, heading up good. For this nation to move forward. But make we can all unite. Put each man difference aside. Why can't we just come together? See some tribal wars and fight. Who knows better us do better? A source of collective insight. May not be exposed to education, but surely know from right. Africans with African pride. Fighting to attain our rights. Want no more shedding of blood for this nation to move forward. Africans with African pride. Fighting to attain our rights. Want no more shedding of blood for this nation to move forward. Say we need a motivation. Teach I to be self-sufficient.
Good evening, people of Chicago, people of the world. I greet you in the name of the Lord, of the good God Almighty. Today is another Tuesday on the Progressive Mind Show here at WGHC with your host, Alinko. We will be talking business forum as you have been accustomed to. On the business forum is where we promote local businesses and people who are doing or have initiated projects that are benefiting people's lives. Sometimes it might not be benevolent or not-for-profit projects. Sometimes, other times there are, for-profit businesses, and so it's a platform created for all of that. Okay. And we also have this. We also make sure that this platform is exposing and promoting our community leaders, some of their challenges and what they're doing. So today will be a little mixed up with a business professional and a community leader. And so please bear with us today. Due to a few changes in our programming, we had to make it happen this way. So bear with us, okay? Before we continue, though, I just want to thank everybody. First of all, I'll do that. But we have Mike on the line. We'll take the health fitness and weather update from Mike, and then we will continue with tonight's discussion. Hello, Mike. How are you today?
How are you doing, Sina?
My brother, I am well. I can tell you for a fact that you missed last Saturday.
Oh man!
Oh, it was awesome. The street fest was great. Christina is bubbling already. She wants to talk about it, but she can't say anything for now. It's your time, so go ahead and give us the health, fitness, and weather update.
Well, I'll do that really fast because I want to hear about everything that happened last weekend.
All right, my man, go ahead.
Tonight we're looking at O'Hare's current weather, 80 degrees. There's a slight chance of thunderstorms tonight. We're going to get down to a low in the 70s. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms, a high in the lower 80s, down into the 70s. Wednesday night, we're going to be in the 70s, and a part partly chance, 50% chance of some more rain and thunderstorms. Thursday, we have a slight chance of some more rain. It's going to get into the mid-80s, and the lows are going to be down into the 70s. Now, on our weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's going to be a little bit cooler. We're going to be high in the 70s, and we're going to get dip down into the 50s. Sunday, we're looking at a chance of showers and thunderstorms late in the evening on Sunday, so keep an eye out on that weather there. For tonight, Sox are going to be playing in Cleveland. The Cubs are in Pittsburgh. Over the weekend, Real Madrid topped Liverpool 3-1 to take the UEFA Champions League. And in the international friendlies, USA topped Bolivia 3-0. Argentina over Haiti 1-0. Mozambique over the Comoros Islands 3-0. In health news, according to the Journal of Child Development, our children now may have a slower path to embracing adult responsibilities due to a over-exaggerated use of cell phones and tablets. A lot of children are not getting enough rest, enough exercise, or actual time with family and friends due to an overuse of cell phones and tablets. There's a clinical term being PIU, problematic internet use. And according to the Clinical Psychological Science Department at the University of Pennsylvania, they did a study with children grades 8 through 12, and those who had an increased time on social media showed depressive symptoms. And it showed that there was an increase of pleasurable feelings in the brain, or dopamine, when they found new messages on their tablets or cell phones. But there is hope. According to HealthyChildren.org, there is an AAP family media planning tool that can show how we can limit our use of social media and tablets and create more family time to prevent PIU. And we also, as parents, can show our children what to do. So if we have an overuse of media, social media, and tablet and cell phones, they're going to develop that. So create more family time and show your children the appropriate use of new technology.
Hey, you have a friend already, Captain Mike.
Oh, really? I need more friends.
She loves your reportage this evening. Thank you so much for that wonderful update. It was swift and clear and very informative. What's your location right now, Captain Mike?
Actually, I am at home, but I have an early start tomorrow, so I wouldn't be able to get there and get back to prepare for my trip tomorrow.
Great, and the weather has been good, so I know, and I am praying for a good flight for you tomorrow.
Oh, excellent, excellent, and wish everyone down in the southeast region with Tropical Storm Alberto good luck. They're getting dumped on.
Thank you, and hey, stay logged on because you're going to be hearing about what happened on Saturday regarding our fest.
Definitely. I can't wait.
My man. Take care. God bless.
Hey, we'll see you next week.
Yep. All right, listeners, that was Captain Mike with the health, fitness, and weather updates. We would take one musical break if producer is ready. Today, Master Joe is not in the house. So the boss himself is back from Ghana. We welcome him back to Chicago and to the studios of WGHC. He's on the 1 and 2s helping with production today. And so stay tuned. We shall be right back.
Give I courage to change the things that I can, and indeed the wisdom to know the difference. May my days be long as I give praise to you with my song. Oh Father, let your love enfold me. Never will you scorn me. By your grace I stand this humble man. Accept this offering I bring to you. May my works be strong and true. As I forward in this time, Father, bless me with your kindness. I will do my best to pass it on. Father, bless me with your sweetness, and I will do those unfortunate of faith in heart, give them a bright new start, so that they can give strength to those who have faltered. Oh yes, I know you will not fail me now. I know someday, somehow, with your light, yes, they will see that you have blessed me with your kindness. I will do my best to pass it on. Father, bless me with your sweetness, and I will do my best to pass it on. Let the words of our mouths and the meditation of our heart be acceptable in thy sight. Selah. Grant those unfortunate of faith in heart, give them a bright new start, so that they can give strength to those who have faltered. Oh yes, I know you will not fail me now, 'cause I know someday, somehow, with your light, yes, they will see that you have blessed me with your kindness. I will do my best to pass it on. And show that you have it.
Well, welcome back to the Progressive Mind Show here at WGHC 98.3 FM. If you live in the Chicago area, especially on the north side of it, you can always dial in 98.3 FM on your radio set, in your car. You'll be straight. All right, Northwest. Well, correction. Thank you, boss. Northwest, you should be straight. Globally, we are available on the TuneIn app for Android users. Search for WGHC after you've downloaded the TuneIn app. I always say that there's a trick to the TuneIn app. After you've downloaded it, it would always suggest a free month trial, actually asking you to pay. You shouldn't pay. It's free. Look on top of your screen, X out of it. You can access our app. For iPhone users, download the app. We have an app in the App Store. Just get it, and you can get us 24/7. We're also online via our website, wghcfm.org. You can get us via this phone number, 563-999-3221. When you ring in this number, you can listen to the radio live. Again, we are 24/7, the first African Afro/Caribbean radio station here in Chicago, actually in the Midwest. We are number one. This is a terrestrial. I keep missing this word. Tell me. Terrestrial dial. Thank you, Bosu. Traditional FM station, no online business, even though we do online too. All right. We're asking the public to come to our aid to help support what we're doing in terms of improving our equipment and taking care of everything we have to do. We are a community-based radio station, so we rely heavily on your donations and support. Before I continue with my beautiful guest here, I wanted to pay it won't be my last homage, but this past weekend, the Ghanaian community had a very solemn moment. It was a sad moment for all of us because our big brother, our friend, our neighbor, in the person of Jubi Fiajigbe, we passed away, and so we all met. And on Friday, we had a funeral. On Saturday, he was laid to rest, and then Sunday, there was church service for him. Some of us were not able to attend because we already had some other community commitments, but we were there for the funeral. Some went throughout the 3-day event ceremony for Jubi. He deserves it. And for those who missed it, we know that you were there in spirit. For all of you who attended, on behalf of the management of WGHC, we say a big thank you to you all, and we want to pay respect to the family. We love you. We can only come and support, but the pain, you only know how to deal with it, or you only know how it is. So we ask God Almighty to comfort you and to provide for you. And we pray that affliction will not happen twice, and that your homes and your families will be protected. On that note, Again, thank you to you. A wonderful guest here. I have to my immediate left, Christina Dukes. Hello, Christina.
Hi.
And then next to him is David Matanda, who is the president of the Ugandan community. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Progressive Mind Show.
Thank you.
You see, on this show, we try to build our community, discussion by discussion, topic by topic. And so if you are here, make sure that everything you say has to benefit our community. If not, we would have to end the show. All right. I know. Christina is ready. But I know you're feisty, so you're ready to fight. Okay. You wanted to comment on Captain Mike's health report. What did you like about it so much? The whole report. All right, go ahead.
Captain Mike's health report?
Yeah.
It was very intriguing.
Well,
it was not only for children, but for adult children just like us, too.
Okay.
He talked about the effects of social media and how the kids had increased depression and how this, I don't know what you some kind of endorphin that was released when people got messages or likes or what do you call that, interaction online. And that, am I doing, okay. And that was kind of interesting because, you know, we're living in a society. Kanye West said this best. Like, we live in this society where media and different organizations profit off of our low self-esteem, and so it's very interesting that we validate ourselves based on social proof and acceptance. Sometimes with people who we don't even know. So I thought that was kind of an aha moment for me too. And then everyone was on their cell phones on social media.
Yeah, we can actually do a whole show on that. With Christina in the house.
Yeah.
Christina is her name of her organization is Christina Dukes Global. She is a success manifestation coach. We'll come back to her in a little bit. David Matanda, you are the leader of the Ugandan community.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
My name is David Matanda. I'm the president of the Ugandan community in the Greater Chicago. We are a community like. We are a non-profit organization serving the Ugandan Americans in the Greater Chicago area.
Right.
We're a non-profit organization.
Before you go into your organization,
yes,
you came here with a beautiful wife.
Yes.
So, tell, I know already. I know you're a wife. So
yes,
kids.
Yeah, I've got 3 beautiful kids. I've got 2 boys and 1 girl, and my firstborn is the girl. Her name is Rachel Matanda, and my secondborn is Edward Matanda, and my thirdborn is Joshua Matanda.
And I know you love sports a lot.
Yes, I love sports. Growing up in Africa, definitely we love soccer. I played soccer in school. In my childhood, it was a game that kept us more occupied.
Yes.
More occupied from misbehaving at home. You've
been in this country for a long time. Tell us in summary how your journey coming from Uganda to this country, how it has transformed your life for the better or for worse, if you may, in a few, maybe in 1 minute. Can you summarize it for us?
Yes. I think it's a privilege to come all the way from Uganda and come to America. And my arrival was in Chicago. Uganda is it's a tropical country. It's a tropical country, so we don't have so many types of weather. But when I arrived here, I think I arrived during the winter time. It was a bit of an experience, and I really suffered with the cold.
And you had to go to school and work and marriage and all that. How has that experience? Has it been smooth for you, or would you say it has been a struggle?
Actually, I've been fortunate enough, my coming integrating into the American society system was very smooth. Okay. I was privileged, and I'm thankful for that. I actually I'm married to my beautiful wife, Gift Matanda. I met her here. Yes, I met her in Chicago. She's He's Zambian, from of course Africa.
Right.
Yeah, it's south of us.
And he had to go to school, college, or did you do college education here?
No, I did my college education from
Africa.
From Africa.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So in a nutshell, I'm glad you said that. Fortunately for you, you had a very smooth transition. Your life here has been smooth and easy. And we thank God for that, because a lot of times do people say, oh, we struggled. Oh, this country, I struggled. I went through this. And more often than not, they like to pass on their bad experiences to people who are now coming. Instead of like maybe showing them a better way or a smoother way of achieving things quicker and being more efficient, because they went through a hard time. They like for others to go through hard times too. And so thank God that you didn't have a hard time. It was smooth for you. It's been positive. Moving from Africa to this place, this country has blessed you. And one thing, as I said during the festival, is that as Africans, when we come here, we should not lose sight of the fact of the country we are living in. It's given us so much, so we have to try and invest in this country and not only in Africa.
Yes.
We'll talk about I want Christina to tell us about the festival since she was here. Before that, Christina, you were Jamaican-born American. So you were born Jamaican. Tell us your experience, Christina.
On Saturday?
No, not experience.
Oh,
no, not on Saturday.
life?
But tell us your. Obviously, you were born in this country.
Yeah, I'm
maybe
American.
Tell us your educational background, so we can get a little feel of who Christina is.
Sure. Well, I'm first generation born in this country. My mom is from Jamaica, grandparents from India. Stepfather is from Ghana. I had an interesting childhood growing up because I grew up mainly in an African American community, and we looked a little bit different and ate different food than other people, so it was a bit of culture shock. So for me particularly, I know growing up, a lot more of my friends that I gravitate toward are Caribbeans or Africans. We just seem to have a bit more in common. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's just how things sort of worked out. Grew up on the south side of Chicago.
What college did you attend?
So I went to Robert Morris University. So I kind of have a bit of an interesting story. I'm a bit of a late bloomer. So I didn't go to college until I was 29.
Okay.
And, it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do. What's called a polymath. I think we talked about this earlier. So a polymath is a person who's interested in many different things. So going and, at 18 and being in college, it was a bit challenging trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. And then also kind of growing up in this Afro-Caribbean household where the mentality is like work, 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 work. So the first thing you think about is I got to get a job and get money, and I'm the first generation in my family to go to college and graduate from college and things like that. So there was a bit of, I would guess generational growth, but we're Jamaicans, and everyone was just like, at that time it really wasn't focused on as much as school. It was just like work, find a job, work, be safe, work somewhere 60 years, retire, stay in this safe box, etc. So I went to university. I actually started off at Harold Washington College in downtown Chicago. Honestly, vulnerability moment. I went there for almost 10 years trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. Wow. Couldn't figure out. So when I was around 21, well, backtrack a little. I actually initially at 18 went to Benedictine University and wanted to be in Lisle, Illinois. Wanted to be a medical doctor and took organic chemistry and was like, whoa, this is not for me. I'm a talker. I'll have to find something else. And got involved in real estate for about 7-8 years. And in the downturn of the market was my kind of aha moment that I needed to go back to school and do this a little bit differently. So, yeah. So, you have a diverse background by way of your professional career. You were here on Saturday, actually, on the street right here. I'm not even going to talk about the festival. I want you, as a third person, right, who's not in the organization, what is your take on
the WGAC First Street Annual Festival when you came here with your
So my
friends?
take on the festival. So before I get there, I want to say something to people. Don't give up, okay? I went to school at 29. Within like 3 years, I finished bachelor's and 2 masters. So if I can do it, anybody can do it while working a full-time job. Okay. So that's that.
Okay.
All right. So down to the festival. The festival was amazing. It was awesome. I had fun. There was dancing. There was food. There was amazing people. There was a really good crowd. Like, I was really proud of you guys. Like, I just can't wait till the next one comes. I'm really excited, like, to see what next year's going to be like.
What do you make of the concept of it?
I think the concept was great. I think it was really based on community integration. It was a lot of interacting with the community. There were so many different diverse types of people that were there. I thought it was awesome. Where were you?
He wasn't here. But
it was awesome.
Kofi just came back from Ghana, but he came to witness the festival. Boss, as a visionary for this, you when you started this, you had something in mind, and having seen what happened on Friday, does it fall in what you've always dreamt of?
Most definitely, and even more, because most definitely my mic wasn't up.
Yeah,
and even more, because the whole vision is to impact our people and to motivate them and to empower them. I love her story. Not to give up, and just like me, I was trying to figure out what to do. I work in the consulting business, Deloitte and Touche, for like 5 years, figuring out what I'm passionate about, and here we are. And and the idea came from the general manager, which is Sena Lincoln, for us to do something like this. And I was like, are you sure we can pull this up? Because we already have like a lot of events. And as a radio station, we want to do more events, to not just to promote our station, but to get connected to our people, to the community and to everybody else that wants to feel the impact of a positive radio or communication outlet. Oftentimes nowadays, like with the report Mike gave us, everything is at our fingertips. So we lose sight of what true communication outlet is. Transport information and connecting lives and impacting lives for people to do positive things, for people to get out there and create some type of development that would have people feel connected to life. So what happened on Saturday, and we were just trying. This is pretty much like a
that was a trial.
Yeah, that was a
2 months. It was only 2
less
months.
than 2 months actually.
2 months,
And for us to get security like the way we did, and for us to get the live band going on, and because of our heart, because I got to tell you, my staff here, starting with the GM, and when I come to my show, I give him all the props later on. Today is his show, so I don't want to kind of get his head big too much. But this guy right here, he came in and saw the vision that I have. And this is what I'm talking about, that when someone is selfless, and see where things can go and impact people, the divine power, the natural mystic that is, connects and make it happen. And we want our people, to stop talking and start doing. All the time we talk, we should have done it this way. We should do it this way. We should do that. This person, and I like this person. I don't like this person. This person is too much. This person is like that. This person think he's like that. Too much talking, less doing.
Yes.
And this guy and myself and him and another Gio, the head of production, we don't talk too much. We have our differences and we correct ourselves, but we do more than we talk. And we take our skill set, and we know we're from different personalities, we're from different backgrounds, but we find a common denominator, and that's what's missing in our community. That common denominator, which is love, positivity, unity,
there you go.
And some sort of zeal, an essence of wanting for the greater good
Yes.
of a vision.
A little bit of selflessness.
Yes. So if you can't find that, you cannot be part of any great institution. I have to tell you, even if God comes down, you can't be part of that. You know, so what we stand for in less than 2 years, it's just a year and a quarter of this small studio and small establishment of a media outlet, we've been able to block a street, which our people were shocked. They're like, this a major street, a
I
busy
was pretty
street?
shocked too.
Yeah, so they said, these guys are not playing. And we tell our people, it's not to show you that we are trying to show you something or prove something to you. We want you to understand we are all in. This is a selfless network. Anybody that cannot understand that cannot roll with us. You have to understand that our people have been here far too long to be minorities of the minority. You understand? That's what we are, because we are so, like you said, we're so comfortable in our little shell, you know, like, you know, let's work, let's make the money, let's go build a mansion, let's go. We forget that life goes on here. We're still living here. We can die today. We can, you know, so we have to make life count here. And whilst we're still thinking of back home, how we can impact back home, we still got to make, and if we, even if we can do something back home, we have to experience it here. We have to make sure it happens. How our single parents, how are they doing? What are we doing? What programs are we putting together for them? The youth, they go to school with these people that are shooting and going to school. No, they are there. We take the trains, we take the bus, we take the Ubers, we take the Lyft, all these people. How are we, as Afro descent or African descent or Caribbean descent, how are we making a difference in our community? But yet we want to grab on all the good things that comes. You know, we're so quick to, oh, there's a movement here. Oh, there's something here. You know, you get connection, you go, and we want to get all the good things.
All the money,
all the
resources to take it back to Africa.
You know, all the benefits that Rami Emanuel and Bruce Runner and when they come put up, we want to find all the shortcuts. And that's our problem. Africans and Caribbeans, we are so smart to get us to the shortcut rather than actually toiling and getting the hard work done and actually living comfortably off our hard work. You know, and that's what WGAC, well, this establishment is really like 7-8 years old. But when we got the Tetesho down, we're only a year and a quarter old. So sometimes I don't want us to count all the way from 7-8 years back.
I mean, yes,
but,
that was when you were in the wilderness. You started as an online,
from the basement and all of that.
Right.
It's a real story to this, but this Saturday, I mean, we were sitting back. We saw the whole thing. It wasn't much. It wasn't, the quantity wasn't, you know, it was a good quantity. We liked it. But the concept, like you said, what we stood for, what we wanted to do, the quality. Oh man, it was so genuine. It was exactly what we were, when I was in Ghana, we were working. We were always on the phone. We were doing this, we were doing that. But the teamwork, I mean, I have some wonderful people here. Selfless, good heart, Gio, Lincoln, Dafina. I mean, you will hear about them later on. So next year, expect greater things. Next year, you will see the crime rate goes down because of the BGAC.
There you go.
That's awesome.
That is our goal.
Yes.
You will see that go down. You see gang violence go down. We'll have the kids, the young people. That's why we gave them a chance to come rap and do that. You give them something to do.
Yes.
It was. You understand what I'm saying? And they all, I was asking them, so how do you feel? What do you say? Man, yo, they put their slang, yo, man, this is good, this is great. Now, this Saturday, they could have been somewhere game banging.
Right.
But they were here trying to promote their music. And that's what we are for. Your voice, your music, your station. And this Saturday, it was really your voice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Kofi.
I hope I made justice to you.
No, you made justice to it. Christina wanted to say something.
This was a phenomenal speech.
Yeah.
I think one major thing you brought up, because I've been traveling to Ghana for the past, 4 or 5 years. I created my...
And I haven't seen you?
No, I created my own...
I haven't crossed paths with
No,
you?
I've actually created my own leadership platform in Ghana, traveling there. I don't know why I was led there. It just sort of happened one day. Law of attraction. We talked about the universe and divine destiny. And my main goal in Ghana was really to just empower people, because I saw lots of people in Africa that really just needed to be, like you just said, you put these kids on the stage and they got super empowered and just empowered. You know, for a lot of the youth there, and I think I was telling Senna yesterday, I have so many people. I think probably like about 11 maybe 10, 11,000 followers from Ghana and West Africa on Facebook. And so when I go, I try to connect with each one of them because it's kind of like, well, who's this lady from America that wants to meet with me? And, they feel very empowered because they know someone from somewhere else or someone who's doing something amazing. And like what you were just talking about, putting someone on a stage and allowing them to feel empowered. One of the major things for me, especially in traveling, like I've gone to like Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, is a lot of people don't feel empowered because the way society and leadership is set up in a lot of governmental there is no governmental organization set up to make them feel empowered. So it's grassroots movements like this one that are very important. So that empowerment piece that you just mentioned is just it's critical. But not only in America, but we need empowerment in Africa of our youth. They need to know they have a voice.
Thank you for that. This whole thing is about our people, and so when the time wasn't right, when the resources wasn't there, like you said, within 2 months, we met with the alderman. He gave us...
And shout out to the alderman.
Yeah,
big thank you to James Capel, man.
Yes.
It's great, man.
We met with him. He gave us the map of the place and what was going on. And even though there was nothing and the time was short, like he said, the doing is very important.
Yep.
Yes. There is... Look, there's no point in having a perfect situation. Or it's not always necessary to prove to the other person that I also have an opinion. And it's a good one, so listen to me. Or I have a point. A lot of times we like to magnify ourselves in how many points we can make, how many pointers we can make, and how many times we can rebut a counter and show how we can counter and how we can make points. And it will take 5, 10, 20 hours trying to do that, and the work is not done.
Yes.
And that is what we try to avoid. Say, you know what? There's no time, there's no money, but we'll do what we can. Mm-hmm. And then when we put our heart into it and try to do as little as we can, we saw the turnout. The people that came gave us the confidence and the motivation to keep going. And so we know that next year is going to be bigger, like you said. A special thanks to, like Kofi said, the alderman of the Uptown area, Mr. James Koppelman. We also want to give a special recognition to Kina Collins, the chairperson of Women Council of Illinois. She's also the CEO and founder of Chicago Neighborhood Alliance. She showed up and graced the occasion and supported. Also, Jamal Green, the youngest guy running for mayor in the city of Chicago, also showed up. And then Bianca also, who is fighting, she has an organization fighting against crime and gun violence in Chicago. She also showed up. If I forgot your name as a special dignitary, please pardon and forgive me. But Akofa, Kelvin, Vanessa, Jessica, Ifwa, Rebecca Modi, Maia, what other name? Oh man, like I can't mention all your names. So thank you so much, everybody.
Mama Rebecca. Yes, indeed, Mama Rebecca Media.
Yeah,
me and you, we are like,
Yeah. Mama Rebecca was. I mean, she's our backbone, our spiritual backbone. We thank you so much, and everybody that came. God bless you. God bless you. So that is it for the festival in terms of food. Everything was on point, but we don't want to take the whole time talking about the festival.
Make sure you guys come next year.
Oh, why don't you take this time to read off our events?
No, next year.
Next year.
What's next?
Yes, for sure. And I think what was his name? I think Dr. Keke of Straight Talk. He said something very profound, and me and you were sitting there. He came and he said, what you guys just did, you've put a stamp on it.
Yes.
He said
you put a stamp on the city of Chicago.
And now you've really captured
you've established something.
You established something. So now it's a pattern now.
Yes.
So every last weekend of May, depending on the weather, I'm sure it's going to be good around that time anyway.
It's
always be amazing.
So everybody will look forward to this. People were like, how come you guys didn't start this earlier?
Right.
And what is happening? We said, well, this is just, this is
somewhere.
Yeah.
It's happening somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my man,
next year, Your
Yes.
community is coming.
And all your
the African-
kids.
Yes, all my community is coming.
Yeah.
But even though you were not there, based on what we just said, what's your take on everything?
Yes, actually, my take is, Africans and, Caribbeans, we are just fond of just talking. We don't try something. It's just like we fear to try. It is time that we get together. We have to, talk about our heritage, engage our children, engage our community. We try to bring in programs that are beneficial to our community. Okay, like before, like when you talked about integrating into the American system, Africans, we are kind of selfish, and I think that mentality should. It is time.
Yes.
It is time to us to stop.
Thank you.
Yes, we can have information, but because you went through a tough time, it has always been like whoever comes next should also go through the same hard time as you. Instead of helping and use your experience, to help somebody else who is integrating into the system here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
go ahead.
Yeah, who's integrating into the system here, giving them information. Yeah. America is not like Africa, where it, it's hard, to find information, or it is you have to go through main hurdles to get anything. But it's just because we have taken we have to. That selfishness should just get out of us. It is time we work together now. The time is now. There's no more time. We need to work together with all the leaders, African leaders, all the African communities. And let's help our people.
And especially the youth.
Yes, especially the youth. We need to engage them. As Africans, there are so many activities that we do. We did them in schools. Okay? So when we come here, why can't we use those activities to engage our youth, you talk about social media, because now literally everywhere you are walking, you find everybody's just on the cell phone. People are not active anymore. They don't get out to go participate in anything. So let's try to find activities, as community. I'm talking on behalf of the communities, as community leaders. We try to forge activities. We try to learn, understand our youth, let's not just assume because they go to school, they're okay. They come back home, they get into video games. Their mind is, their mind is being tuned into, a different state. As they grow up through stages of life, I feel it kind of becomes too much. They are lost, and they need help. But they can't come out and they think it's a norm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. You said something. They need activities, and we have plenty of that. See, WGAC, we recognize that the community needs activity. So we have plenty of that for you.
Yes.
Beginning of the year, we had an Afro Youth, which is called AYA, Afro Youth Awareness. That one was in May. You didn't list all of them. We have plenty on the menu. You can choose anyone you want.
That was that's not on May. That was in April.
That was in May. That was in April. Yeah, that was in April. Okay, so
Spring.
Beginning of the year, WGAC have AYA, the youth event in April, spring, and then May, which is the Street Fest, with promoting peace, unity, and love. That one is just past this Saturday. Yes. Coming in July is the Chicago African Cup of Nations, CACON. We are bringing all the African nations plus the Caribbean and the Afro-American community, the Latina community, the Caucasian community together to have a soccer tournament in campaign against gun violence and crime in Chicago.
Thank you.
And so this one is a big one. Last year we had it. Last year it was like this one. You know how we did a festival quickly? The same thing happened last year. Let's do it. We thought about it. We didn't have time, but we said we'll do it. So we did it. Yeah. So now we can improve on it. So this year we're going to need all the community, everybody come on board. Get us the help that you can. Give us ideas. Let's make this event a success. So on the 14th of July, mark your calendar in the city of Chicago by Wilson and Lakeshore. It's going to be this tournament is going to happen. And then on the 9th of September is going to be the African/Caribbean/Afro Yacht Cruise Party. All right?
Yeah.
All the Afro community basically is coming together. We're going on the boat cruise, on the waters, on the rivers, on the lakes of Chicago. We're going to flaunt our African style. So if you have African prints,
some type of African prints have to be on you.
Whatever.
Something that can be.
He said there will be rice. So
yeah, there will be rice. There will be food.
That's the one that's going inside you. You want the one that's outside you.
Yeah.
Even if it's kente, bring it along. We'll be fine. But that boat cruise is going to be awesome. Displaying African culture on the waters and in the city of Chicago. There's going to be great DJs. Bombastic is going to be on there.
DJ Bonsu, yeah, those two,
yeah,
they're
those
going
are
to
rock
best
the boat.
DJs. Yeah,
they're going to rock.
It's $50.
Yeah,
very reasonable.
Yeah. Tickets are available now. You can reach Sena Lincoln PM. You can buy it on our website, which is wjcfm.org. Just make a note that you are buying the ticket, or come to the studios, 4554 North Broadway, suite number 330. We have physical tickets here. You can get it. If you don't buy it now, you come to the harbor. It's $55, $5 different.
$50 for music, food,
drink,
dancing. I'll be there.
Yes,
networking.
She's getting her ticket right now.
You know, networking, meeting new people. You know, just promoting the
How
heritage.
Many times have you?
Heritage.
Ever since you've been, I've been in Chicago forever. You've been here forever. You've been here
Have
some
you ever
time.
seen an
Have you ever
African
seen an African boat cruise where we wearing the African attire, Caribbean attire, whatever it is,
flaunting our African style?
The good looking one, not the you know. You know, we have like what Senna has on. You know, a good African print. You have it neatly dressed.
Gear,
something African got to be on you.
Yeah.
It would be nice.
Your beads,
some kitenge.
Because at the end of the day, you know what you're doing. At the end of the day, you're not only promoting the beauty and the culture and the richness of the culture, but you are also helping local bead makers, local African entrepreneurs who make clothes, who make slippers, who make all those beautiful things. There was a lady, Cosby, our own Cosby. His wife does these things. He was here. He displayed beautiful dresses. You know, so people like that get businesses, and you as a life coach, right, can get business too, because that small business person will come to you to build a website. Now you get your business. So you see why you have to promote it.
Why I need
you see
to be
why
there
you have to come, Christina?
and bring my business cards. Yeah.
So I know you're going to just end this so that I can say one thing.
So and then on in October, on the 6th of October is the Night of Legends event. That one is the Night of the Legends. Our end of year event, which is a fundraiser. That. Even the governor has to come.
And that is the black tie. That is the prestigious level of the
creme de la creme event. All right.
Say that again. Say that again.
Creme de la creme. Okay. All right. On October 6th. Okay, October 6th. But a lot more detailed information regarding all these events will be on our website. In the course of the year, we'll be giving you more of it. So check our website. Also follow us on Facebook, WGAC FM Facebook. We are there, 98.3. You can find us on Twitter. No, not Twitter yet. Instagram and on Facebook. And get all this information during the year. We'll be again updating you as we go on. And on the 24th of December, that one is High Life Dance.
For one day. West Africa,
West Africa.
Yes,
dance.
Do you dance?
Oh, no. Of course.
Okay. You looked a little scared, like he's not sure.
On the 1-1. Yes, that would be the cool, mellow, classic high life dance,
Wow.
The reason why we want to do that is now, the Afrobeat, we get it. We understand. Yes. And even really, we're not really playing really, really Afro, because we're not really doing the Fela Kutis and the Osibisas. Those are Afro. Nevertheless, we do appreciate the effort of the what's that? Davido and Techno. We do. Flavor those. We do appreciate what they're doing.
I appreciate
in terms of putting us on the international level. We get it somewhere. Afrobeat still there, but let's not forget the originality and the identity of Africans.
Thank you.
Which is the high life.
Thank you.
High life really took us places. High life took us on the international level. With the Queen of England.
Yes.
She because of High Life, she even gave a lot of musicians scholarship to go to school in England.
Yes, African students.
African students. We had talk of the King Bruce and E.T. Mansons and those people. They went Fela Kuti and all those people because of High Life.
Yeah.
So that that's what we're about. I mean, this
Osibisa made it big because of High Life.
Because of High Life. So we never want to forget our identity. And if you look at what we're about and in our mission, it says to promote a positive identity of Africans, So, and that is one of it. And our music, we have to. So the High Life, it can go from Togo to Ghana to Sierra Leone to Nigeria to Uganda to, so we want to bring all of that. And then 24th, which is pretty much spending time with family, you come down and then you boogie down. This is no Afrobeat. This is no, the young people can do the Afrobeat and we support them, we'll be there. But this one is for the matured minds.
Yes, exactly. It's for the matured minds.
But before you go on, let me say this.
Yes, after you've done that, give us a musical break and we'll come back.
Let's recognize that, in the city of Chicago, there's so much festivals that goes on.
Yeah.
Individually, we have Ghana Fest, we have Bantu Fest, we have Igbo Fest, we have. I'm not sure if you guys do. Do you guys have a festival? The Ugandians, you have something?
Yeah, we have something coming up on June 2nd this Saturday.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Yes.
So what we are doing in the concept of the Street Fest is not to take away any of those activities that goes on individually, kind of like spreading the glory of our heritage or whatever it is, because that has been going on for years. We can't take that away. However, our concept as a voice, as a communication outlet, as a media network, is a bit different from in all fairness, we can say that we're trying to unite all of this. We have the African festival and whatnot, but as a voice, if you look at where we're going, it's not to take away anything that individual groups are doing, but we can
collate everything and then echo what every group is doing.
So we would like to have their support as they also have our support towards all their events. Ghana Fest is coming up the last Saturday of July, Igbo Fest and Bantu Fest, all those. We support all of that. We promote all of that. We actually have all the flyers and everything. The Caribbean one is coming, Martin International one. So we support all that. But I don't want anybody to say, oh, WGAC is taking away. No. Our concept and our direction is way different. If anything, you guys should come and add on to what we are doing.
Can I say something really quick? You know what what your festival reminded me of? So there was this time when Bob Marley, I don't remember what country it was, when he went to in Africa. Do you guys remember that?
Zimbabwe.
Yes, to Zimbabwe, and he did this unity concert. Yeah. That is what it reminded me of.
Yeah, that's what the fest is about.
Yes, that's what it reminded me of.
Our festival reminded you of the legends.
Yes.
Yes. Look, we had that. It was the same.
It was something like that.
It was.
And the only thing is, we didn't have musicians in the personality of the Bob Marleys. But next year we're gonna have that.
But the bands were good. I was dancing.
I mean, these are
the
professionals.
bands were awesome.
And, so shout out to Nyansa Paul.
Oh,
and shout outs to Goddess Art of Beats. The reggae band that was awesome.
They were amazing.
And all the performers, the local artists that came on. Look, if we contacted you and you didn't come next year, don't lose out. Next year is gonna be big. It's gonna we've really make our mark, and the community now know we are here. And we are going and we want to go. So.
And you see, one very important ingredient, which I want us to hound or hit home, right?
Yes,
is that we are not just trying to do events to party. We want to do events that impacts very well. And so he said, because of this, crime rates by the grace of God is going to go down in Chicago.
Amen.
Because the Street Fest is basically promoting peace, unity, and love.
Yes,
that is the power we are injecting in our society. And then in July we have another one also against gun violence. We bring people to play soccer. It's all about peace, love, unity, bringing people. So and then the boat cruise is about echoing the culture, the beauty of it. So everything we're doing is impactful, educative, and uplifting. Yes. And that's what we're saying, and that is what the other organizing bodies are doing in terms of the Bantus and the other African festivals. Yes. They're all doing this to promote the culture. But we as a voice want to echo everything else what everybody is doing. Again, we are not speaking for everybody, but we're saying that, like you said, we are collaborating, we are in unison with what they're doing, but we want to focus on people and then how we can uplift them, how we can educate them, and how we can inject positive vibe, positive vibe to curb a bad situation that we all experience. We're done. We're talking about it. We want to do something about it.
Yes. So this is not another community, just an individual community festival. We already have that. I'm going to Ghana Fest. I'm going to Bantu Fest.
Yes.
I'm going to Igbo Fest. I'm going to all the festivals that are around to promote it. But this one is a bit different, and we are asking all the communities to come join us as we really have been sending these messages all along to them that we want to be your voice. We don't know what else to do, and we will keep on doing it for them to understand and take it in that we are here, and God has given us this platform for us to use it to impact and develop. It's been far too long that we've been so separated, yet we say we are one people.
Because the thing is, listen, if you do after all the other festivals, when you're done, after you meet one day and have fun, you go away. That's it. Here's like a hub. Platform where we can all, it's like a bigger form of WhatsApp group. Okay, you can do all the chatting on WhatsApp group. So whatever group you belong to, here is the Afro platform where we can have discussions and conversations that affect the Afro community, the minority communities, the black communities. This is where we can all have these conversations. All right, Big Boss, if you have some few minutes, give us one tune. We'll come back and we'll continue with the discussion tonight. Christina and David are still here. I know I haven't eaten into. I hope I haven't eaten into your talk time for your companies and organizations.
No, I want to hear about his Uganda Fest.
Okay.
I'm very excited.
He's going to tell you about it. All right, stay tuned. We shall be right back.
They're living a life of hypocrisy. Lord, make them move. Make them walk. Let the wind separate wheat from the chaff. Lord, back where Mr. Babylon can move them all. Back where with your wicked plans. Back where Mr. Babylon. Oh, back where with your wicked plans. They love to talk, 'cause talk is cheap. Yet they can't endorse financially. They come to lay their trap for me. But we see and know wolves from the sheep. Lord, back with Mr. Babylon. Back with your wicked plans. Back with Mr. Babylon. Oh, back with your wicked plans. Hear my sound. From their captivity, they're living a life of hypocrisy. But what will be has got to be, because you can't praise Jah, then lust for vanity. No, back with Mr. Babylon, Jah move them all. Back where with your wicked plans. Back with Mr. Babylon. Oh, back where with your wicked plans. Back with Mr. Mr. Babylon, just move them all back with your wicked plans. Oh, then the man could have never get me with it. No, I will play it skillfully.
Welcome back to the Progressive Mind Show here at WGHC with your host, Alinko. Christina is in the house. David is also here. We're done talking about the fest. If you missed it, check our Facebook, go on our website. We'll be putting all the pictures up there. You can always follow Progressive Minds on the page. We also have a YouTube page, YouTube channel. You can go on there. Christina, you talked about the law of attraction whilst you were... you've said a few things about the law of attraction. You've mentioned it about 2 or 3 times. What is the...
You guys, I'm not done talking about this fest because it was awesome. Okay, I'm going to keep talking about it all year long. I hope you guys don't stop talking about it either. I'll be there next year. I hope to see all of you guys there. I want to see more people. Everybody who's watching right now. I don't know what day it is next year, but
the same.
Okay, but you
if
guys
it changes,
need to,
it's the same day. If it changes, we'll definitely let you guys.
We'll put it in your Google Calendar today, so there's no excuse as to why you missed it. Right?
Exactly.
Okay. So
Last
no excuse.
Saturday of
Zero
May.
team.
Or
No
the
excuses.
first Saturday of June.
Yeah,
of June.
exactly.
Yeah.
So law of attraction. That's law of attraction.
Right.
So law of attraction is one of 12 universal laws, like the law of gravity or the law of relativity, the law of compensation. There's one called the law of attraction, which means, as some of you guys have heard it in the Bible, as a man thinketh. So it's about how we are attracting what we are putting out, and you're basically attracting these things back to you. So I'll give you an example of law of attraction. Growing up in my household, I don't know if other people's households were like this too, but you heard things like money doesn't grow on trees. Life is not easy. You need to work. Life is hard.
Yeah.
But in fact, money does grow on trees. It's a piece of paper. In fact, you don't need to work harder. You just need to work smarter. So it's about shifting these mindsets and the way we have been conditioned to think to attract better circumstances. So sometimes in our lives, when we're going out and it's Monday morning and you hate your job and you're in traffic and you're like, oh, this sucks and life is just terrible, you end up having this horrific day and you can't figure out why, but you have used law of attraction. So whether you believe in this law of attraction or not, you are attracting. So that's law of attraction. As you think, so you are.
You said money doesn't grow on trees, but you just debunked that. Is it also true that there's no free lunch?
There's absolutely free lunch. I get free lunch all the time. Law of attraction.
Good.
I had a free lunch with you.
Yeah.
It was absolutely free. I didn't have to pay $1.
Of course. It's true because I was trying to get, her business. Yes. And in order to, make sure that I can get some discount or, whatever, get my way, I have to pay for her lunch. You see?
Yeah.
So if you say there's no free lunch, I mean, people get free lunches all the time.
Corporates do it all the time.
They give it all the time.
I know people say it in, metaphorically, but I think there are some things that are for free. And so I think society just wants us to believe that the world is so sophisticated and superficial and is so crazy. You cannot be free. Nothing can be good for you. Always be on the edge. And they create all these buzzes. They create
this
all
anxiety.
These buzzes. And they'll say money is the root of all evil. Yes. What's completely false?
I think that when you're broke, you do more evil than when you have money.
Of course.
Money does a lot more good than evil.
Exactly.
It's the person.
It's the person. What does Christina Dukes Global do?
So Christina Dukes Global, that's my parent company. So I am a business strategist, life and business coach, and I work with people in the corporate space, helping them to define their brands outside of corporate as speakers, coaches, authors, and entrepreneurs. So like Kofi talked about earlier, he was sitting in his job at Deloitte, which everyone would say, oh, this is a prestigious, people work really hard to work at Deloitte, but what they don't get when they work at Deloitte is they've got you traveling 5 or 6 days a week. You don't see your family very often. And so I work with people who are just like Kofi. You're actually my ideal client. Hi, Kofi. Good to meet you.
Hello there.
And they're looking to define and find out what their passion is outside of their corporate jobs. And a lot of them have passion for, like we're talking about today, empowering people. They have a unique message. They just don't know how to package that message and brand that message. And so I help them figure it out using intuition, law of attraction. And the biggest thing that I work with people on is reconditioning their mindset, because we've all been taught to
Think a certain way.
Think a certain way. Get this corporate job. That makes you happy. Then you're in the corporate job, and then you're not happy. And then they're like, oh, well, then you buy the house, and then you'll be happy. And then you're still not happy. And they tell you, oh, get married, and then you'll be happy. You're still not happy. You have the car, and then you're still not happy.
I like the emphasis on getting. Like, I think our society, especially the African community, if you're now working in a typical office setting, like, maybe Blue Cross, Blue Shield, working there, or maybe working as a nurse in a hospital.
Yeah.
Any kind of job, as long as it's not in the office setting where you're sitting in front of a computer, they don't regard it as a job. Like, it's not dignified. You don't have a good job. Even though it might not be fulfilling for you, you have to be there to be seen as someone who's doing well.
Where did that concept come from?
Societal norms that told us this is how things should be, based on what I've seen in my travels to Africa, interacting with a lot of African and Caribbean people. There are 4 basic jobs that you can take, which are in medicine, law,
banking,
engineering,
finance,
and accounting.
Yeah.
Those are the 4 top things that I see.
Very true.
It's very true. I'm a Ghanaian. I grew up in Ghana. I know.
Yeah. Anything beyond that?
It's not a job.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, you can even find that somebody will start a business and without going to school in Uganda, and is very successful in running a business. Basically, we have that thing that is implanted in us Africans, like you have to be in a certain level to order to be of good in a society. Not knowing that something has to be done with someone. Okay, you cannot have all the people work in the office. Then where shall we get all other basic needs as human beings?
Right.
Yeah. So we have this concept that is implanted into us. I think it is implanted by our society.
Yeah.
Yes. So like you have to, like I say, Christina said, you have to read hard. You have to be somebody like this. If you can't make it this way, so if you're struggling and you feel like you are not making it, okay, I think that brings in some kind of, you get discouraged,
right.
Right. And it brings.
Yeah, but I think that it's not. It's just us. It's just the African Caribbean society. We cannot say that for the entire global society.
I think so
because it's not like that in other parts of the world. Now, for instance, this Malian or French young man that is making waves, making news.
Yeah,
the hero god. Look at. See, that is why I say that sometimes, people, as in any position that you find yourself in, don't take it for granted.
Yes,
because that. And things happen for a reason.
Yep.
There's a natural mistake.
Yep.
Bob Marley did not make that. When we call him the prophet, you should really take that. Because this young man happened to be at that place at that time.
At the right time.
And what spirit entered into him to have the boldness, the braveness, to climb up that 4-story building, to go and do that heroic act. And then look at...
I'll tell you the spirit. The name of the spirit is selflessness.
Okay. And look at where that is taking him. This is literally like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute?
30 seconds
maybe.
30 seconds of commitment and like just doing something out. Obviously, there was nobody going to pay. I mean, there was no company or no policeman asking him to do it.
Yes. It was just a mere thought of there's something has to be done. I have to do it.
Yeah.
I don't have to talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't have to seek permission.
Yes.
It doesn't matter the circumstance. I just have to go and
But
get
you see, he's not an accountant. He's not a doctor, a nurse. He's not an engineer or whatever. But see, look, now the whole country is looking for him to give him a position, to give him a job. CNA, big media outlets are covering this kid. You see, when God,
everybody has something.
Yes, everybody, and it's a divine assignment. And when if it comes through, and it will come
through.
You know, because that's why we are here. That's why you did not become a tree or animal, and you became a human being. And if God has given you that grace and that opportunity to be a human being, know that whatever is instilled in you by the grace of God will come to pass.
Yes, and it's useful for somebody.
Yeah, only if you stay focused on that and don't get distracted and get, deviate and do all other things. I mean, yes, mistakes happen. We go through things. And even all of that leads to the destiny.
Right.
So my point is to what you were saying, that four categories of career. I went through that. When I left my job and I said I wanted to do communication, and my family, especially my mom, oh my God.
What have I done, God?
What is this? What is this? And she talks to other people about it, and I kept pushing through, and she still go back and say, because this business is not as a doctor getting maybe $120 an hour or $250 an hour.
But do you know what profession has the highest suicide rate?
Those professions,
medical.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I mean,
the stress.
you just in there, So what is the education here? You have your own business, right?
Yes.
And what you're not a doctor, you're not a nurse, you're businessman. So even if in the African spectrum, if you're going to be a businessman or woman, you have to be that type of guru, that big businessman or woman.
Or you have to be selling cars. You have to be selling big stuff. If you say you're a businessman, or maybe I deal in charcoal, I sell charcoal. They're not even going to ask you for a business card. You sell charcoal, you're not part of it. You have to do things that, you see, you're right. We take prestige in big things. We're always attracted to big things. We don't want to be associated with small things. We despise small things and small beginnings. We are always ready and looking out for the final output. People look at Alingo Dangote. People look at him now and they're singing his praise. All those people who have made it, people are singing their praises. But you don't know how he suffered some time. Because if you saw his beginning, would you have appreciated him not the way you appreciate him? You see, I was telling a friend. Now our conversation is starting too much, something else, but it's good. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
A friend of mine came to meet me and he said, "Look, one of my sons is not doing well in school. No, one of my little brothers is not doing well in school. He's a good kid. He stays at home, but he's always playing video games and he's not doing well in school. And I've tried all the subjects. I've tried to motivate him in different kinds of subjects to make sure that he's doing." And he's not doing well, so I'm giving up on him. He's useless. He's all that. Pray for him. I'm like my brother.
Yeah.
My brother. He may not have interest in education. His might not be in academics.
Yes.
But there's no way you can write that kid off. The guy has something. It took me like 30, 45 minutes to try to drive this into him, and he still will not believe it. Yeah. And you see, that is the stance that Africans we take. We write people off because we're not seeing them calculating, solving math problems. We're not seeing them reading big English books and speaking big English, big grammar, big British grammar. And so we write them off and say they are not intelligent, they are not brilliant. And then we say these things to them. We act and we make them feel that way. Yeah. And guess what? They grow up thinking that I am worthless.
And it is passed over from generation to generations. Yes.
It's very pitiful. So we'll come to Christina.
Can I interject here?
Interject, please.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Well, the biggest thing I will definitely say, and when you're talking about the guy who took this leap of faith and decided to jump on a building
Well, he climbed.
He climbed a building. Okay,
yeah.
like I would have sat there thinking of like, well, what if I fall? Well, what if? And then like, thank God no one came up and was like, oh, what if you fall? Or what if he just took a leap of faith? And I think that, and this is not just an African problem. This is not just a third world problem. This is a world problem, is that we live in a fear-based society. We're going to church, we have spirituality in our lives. We say we have faith, but we don't take acts of faith. We don't. Everything is fear. We go into 4 basic professions because of fear of failure, because no one knows how it's going to turn out, right? So fear, which is false evidence that appears real, because no one knows how it's going to turn out anyway, right? So our parents instill in us this fear that if you don't do this, this will happen.
Right.
So then you got all these kids, because you know what? There's a book, I love audiobooks, so there's this book, this is my 3rd time reading it, called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. And it's on YouTube. You guys can listen to it. And it talks about how we all need to go back to being children. So remember we talked about earlier, like, what about adult children? We're all just little kids who used to have fun, but then we were taught that we need to grow up and take life seriously and do this and do this. But when we were kids, we had dreams. So I look at children as being very pure. Like, God has already put in them what they're going to do.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then we tell them it's unacceptable. This is
yes.
not right.
Yeah.
You shall
Cutting
not
them
do this.
off.
And you see the little light just go off and off and off and off, which is not a problem, because this is my customer base and I have to turn the light back on. You can believe in yourself. You can do it. It's okay. You can pursue these dreams and things you want to do. So it's like, how do we get ourselves? We claim we're a society of faith, but I guarantee you most of us are living in fear.
Yes.
And that is why we push our kids and people to do. Okay, it's proven that if you are accountant, at least you get a job, or it's proven that those jobs are secure jobs.
Secure.
Those professions give you job security, basically. Yes. And so, because of fear of failure, in the innate talent that God has given you, look, take the safer route. Okay, go and be a doctor, go and be a nurse. At least you are guaranteed a job.
Yes.
But and not necessarily paying attention to your God-given talents and how you can harness it and improve and develop.
No,
it.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with pursuing those things.
No, of course.
Okay,
Of course.
because
No,
we don't
that's
need
not what
you
you're
to be
saying.
homeless.
No, that's not what
and
you're
you can't pay me if you hire me. But go that route. Take the. You need the security.
If that's
right.
you.
If that's you need the security. Most definitely. Okay, but once you're there, then what? That's where people stop thinking.
Right.
They don't think about their then what. People have books in them. They know that they love writing or they love communications or different things. Well, then what? What do? You're going to sit in a job for 60 years? Because now we live in a world where Deloitte will push you out in a heartbeat, put your stuff in a cardboard box and tell you to go home. And now you feel worthless, because this is how I started getting the majority of my clients and how I really got into the coaching space. I would meet people and they would hand me their business cards for their company. Do they pay you to market for them? We validate ourselves based on the organizations that we work for. And then you put everything that was in you, like you're a good speaker, or you have this talent, or you speak at church, or you do these things. Why can't this be your job? Why can't it? So we should not live in this fear-based society that instills fear into us, and our parents do it too, because fear was instilled in them. They don't know any better. They don't know how to teach us anything differently.
So we are the sandwich generation, and we have to break that cycle.
We're in the generation.
Yeah, and I think that maybe what Africans can start doing is start dignifying these jobs that we have, quote unquote, classify them as lesser jobs or do not respect, like the carpentry, masons, plumbers, painters. Actually, they have to start getting uniforms for those.
Yep.
In this country, there's uniform for every job.
Yep.
You have, I think, even for pest controllers, people who come and spray cockroaches in your house, like trying to, they have uniforms.
Yeah.
And can you imagine? Can you imagine someone saying, "I kill cockroaches in Africa. That's my job." Can you imagine?
They would disgrace him.
No.
Well,
Can you imagine the stigma?
Yes.
Yeah, but what we have to do now is probably start pushing this.
You see, if you say uniform, see Africans.
Dignified.
If you brand it, then it's okay.
It's okay. But the thing is, I think it's not. It's always branding, right? They say America is the #1 branding nation in the world.
Okay.
Right, and it's not just America. I think the Western countries,
Now, they brand their country so well.
Yes.
When you live outside the West, you think it's heaven, literally.
Yes.
Because social media, TV, anything you see or hear about the West is good.
It's good, yes.
Now, it looks like Africans, we are the only ones that can brand ourselves like as nasty as possible. We take we take all the bad pictures in Africa and we put it on social media. Hey, look at Accra, all the gutters are choked. Yes, gutters are choked, but they are also nice places.
Yeah.
We see there's somebody, doing something crazy and boom, we put it on social media, we put it on TV.
Yeah.
Like there's no censoring, there's nothing. When kids get shot in this country, you see social media taking pictures of the dead bodies and the blood, putting them on social media.
No.
You don't.
No.
You hear news. Oh, a bear attacked somebody when they were going for a jog, or a mountain lion. I saw it 2 days ago, last week.
Yeah.
Mountain lion attacked two people. One got killed, and I said to myself, mountain lion attacked one person, 2 people, one got killed. And they put the article there, but there weren't pictures.
Yeah, no pictures.
You only see the bicycle of whoever was attacked. The bicycle was there.
Yes.
But I just said to myself, had this been in Africa, a lion killed somebody?
Yes.
The blood, all the horrific pictures.
It would have been shared about 10,000 times.
Yes.
Why do we do that, bro?
Because it's unfortunately this society is based on that too. But we tend to rejoice in people's demise and gossip and talking and minding everybody else's business. So, like, for example, this is not a bad thing. Say, for example, something happens to you in Africa, you get a flat tire. The whole neighborhood will come to help. They will help you, right? But it becomes like this local event. Everybody's just coming to, look and see because people just really don't mind their own business.
David, I'll let you come in.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that briefly, that the world is a corporate marketing a place.
Yes.
The better we all market ourselves, the way we market ourselves will determine our price and our worth. Yes. So everybody's branding, so let's all learn how to brand. Tell us about your community, what you do as a president for your community, and then your festival that's coming up this Saturday.
Yes, our community is Uganda community in Greater Chicago. We help our people integrate into the American society, and we have a festival that's coming up. We sat down and with my board of directors and my executive, we talked about how do we get Africans to work together, because there's nobody who's going to brand us if we cannot brand ourselves. Okay, so we must brand ourselves. How? That's something that we are lacking. So we said, okay, let's come up with something that can, bring us together. So we had discussions. I said, what do you think can bring us together? I said, we have to visit our heritage. Let's visit our heritage by, sharing the cultural dances, sharing the food. We visit things that we used to occupy us back in Africa.
Okay.
And then, we came up with, something like actually we termed like African Integration Gala. Okay. This what we talked about, bring all African community leaders together to work together to make this gala a success.
Okay.
This gala is going to take place at the Ramada Plaza, Chicago North Shore. That's in Wheeling. We're going to have dances from different African countries, from Rwanda, some Ugandan dances, and then food. We are going to have all food from almost every part and corner of Africa.
Is it for free?
It's cheap, and I could say free.
We don't want to go to cheap events. We want to invest.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. We have to start somewhere. It's not a free event, because we have to take care of bills. So when we planted this vision, and it came out,
right,
I personally have been receiving so many calls from very important people from both the African American community here and also the African community. I say like, yes, we have to start somewhere. There are people who volunteered, who have got big motivational speakers who get paid pretty good, but they have said they will come and do this for free.
Oh, motivational speakers.
Yes.
Like, do you have any names that you can throw out there?
Yes. We got Mr. Dwayne Bryant.
Okay.
I don't know. You know about him. We got Dr. Margaret King.
Oh, Dr. Margaret King.
Yes, she's going to be there.
Okay.
We got Anila Brenda.
Okay.
We got Mr. Demetrius Banner. We got Attorney Patanisha.
Okay.
Patanisha.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So Saturday is the Ugandan festival.
Yes.
At the address again?
It's going to be at Ramada Plaza, Chicago. The Ramada Plaza, Chicago North Shore Hotel. Okay. That's going to be in Wheeling. It's going to be on June 2nd, this coming Saturday. It's going to start from 6 p.m. To 11 p.m. It is, it's going to be we want to see that spirit of unity and diversity.
Okay.
We want everybody to come up. We want all Africans to come to this gala.
How much? Is there a gate fee or something?
Yes, there's a gate fee. Like it's only $25
to enter.
Yes, to enter. But if you're a couple, we have a discount is $40.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're a couple, is $40.
Yes.
If you're single, is $25.
Yes. Then if you want to buy a table, you can purchase a table at $200. The table sits 10 people. That literally you are buying it. I mean, you are getting in $10. You are going to get food, all kinds of food.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
free entrance.
So a table of 10 is going for $200.
Yes.
Okay, and you have all kinds of food on that table.
Yes, it includes food. It's not just only getting entrance fee.
Okay. Drinks too?
Yes, even soft drinks. Yes.
And it's tax deductible, right?
Yes, it's tax deductible. Yes.
So if someone pays $25, does that include food and drinks too?
Yes, the $25 includes food, drinks, and entrance. Then they will be after the event at 11. There will be socializing. There will be DJs entertaining all their audience up to 3 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So we want that connection.
The event itself will be from 6 to 11?
Yes.
That'll be the dancing, speeches,
yes,
and food and all that.
Yes.
Then after 11,
yes,
DJ will spin all the way to 3 a.m.
Spin all the way to 3 p.m.
Just dancing
3 a.m.
and socializing and dancing.
Yes. And we'll get to know each other. We'll go to meet each other.
That's a good grounds for single people.
Yeah.
Hey, single people in the African community.
All the singlers.
Yes.
We'll give them the address again.
Yes. All the single people, the address is the Ramada Plaza, Chicago North Shore Hotel. That's in Wheeling, Illinois. This cultural gala is going to be on Saturday, June 2nd, 2018, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Then thereafter, after the gala, we are going to have dance, socializing until 3 a.m.
And Uganda is East Africa, right?
Yes. Uganda is
a lot of countries on here that are going to be there.
Yeah, let me see that.
Yes.
He's got a lot of countries that are going to be represented.
Let me see that.
Right here.
Yes. Okay. So, appearing at this event.
Sorry, I stole your paper.
Okay. Yeah. So, I just take the whole thing, okay?
Yes.
The African Unity Cultural Fundraising Gala. That's the name. African Unity Cultural Fundraising Gala. And dance will be held at the Ramadan Plaza Chicago North Shore Hotel.
Yes.
The Ramadan Plaza Chicago North Shore Hotel,
yes,
Wheeling, Illinois. On Saturday, it's going to be on Saturday, June 2nd, 2018 at 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. After the gala, there will be he already said that. So the goal is to bring Africans together, and we have all backgrounds of heritage in the spirit of unity and diversity in partnership with these countries. Okay, Tanzania, Kenya, Southern Sudan, Nigeria, Rwanda, Zambia, Liberia, Angola, Cameroon, and the African
American community.
Where's Ghana?
Yeah, and your wife is going to be there too. She's from Zimbabwe. Is she going?
She's from
Ghana.
She's from Zambia. I'm sorry.
Ghana, South Africa.
No. Ghana is good. That's just part of the countries that are going to be there.
Just part
Oh,
of
So
part-
Kofi,
part
are you
of-
representing Ghana at
Most
this event?
definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Tanzania,
Most
Kenya,
definitely.
Southern Sudan, Nigeria, Rwanda, Zambia, Liberia, Angola, Cameroon,
Yes.
and then African American.
Yes.
Oh my God! I went to an East African party the other time last year.
Yes.
I think Omar Taylor invited me. Like the dance, the way the East African ladies, they know how to dance. They have a way of dancing, and it's
Yes.
very smooth. It's
Yes,
beautiful.
yes,
There's
yes.
a specific dance. I think Guinea, Equatorial Guinea. I think that's where he's from. And they have this particular dance they do, and it's like high life, but the move is very, very smooth.
Yes, we have like one of the best DJs. We have DJ Kenny.
DJ Kenny, okay.
Yes,
Man,
yes.
yeah.
Then we have DJ Hassan, and then we have DJ Devi from Sudan. Then we have DJs. We have got another DJ who's coming from representing Zambia.
Okay.
There'll be a group of DJs. They have got a brand, music Oye DJs.
Okay.
They will all be entertaining from 11 p.m. To 3 a.m.
Okay. In the spirit of promoting all these events, in July, this month coming, on the 12th and the 13th, the United States African Youth Entrepreneurship Summit is going to be held here in Chicago. And this is sponsored by the African Global Chamber of Commerce. They are our partners, the WGAC partners, and we are going to be helping to make this event a success. If you want more information, contact them at info@africangcc.org. info@africangcc.org. And this is going to take place on the 12th and the 13th of July. It is the United States African Youth Entrepreneurship Summit. We have about 1,000 participants from 40 different countries. There's going to be over 50 speakers and about 100 exhibitors. More are even coming. We also have 100 U.S. investors that are going to be there. This is massive. If you're a young investor or if you're a young entrepreneur, this event is for you. Even if you are not, this event is because you will never know who you're going to meet. Okay, the 1,000 participants. Imagine that. This is going to be awesome. And so, please mark the calendar. This year in July is going to be, and the areas we're going to be capturing is technology, agribusiness, and tourism. If you're interested, you can visit their website. It's www.usayes.com/register. www.usayes.com/register. And this would be in July. Do not miss it, as I said.
We need this.
Yes.
We just talked about this. Entrepreneurship, promoting this.
Christina, you did a couple of projects in Ghana.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
So in Ghana, I actually created my own platform, a leadership platform. So I would go to Ghana and do leadership workshops, self-hosted. And the main goal was really to just empower, educate young African leaders on empowering themselves. And we did a lot of mindset training, okay? Because a lot of times people, based on socioeconomic conditions, because of class systems, didn't feel empowered. And it was just connecting all those people and putting them in rooms together to give them a lot of leadership development. So those are mainly the projects that I worked on. I did quite a few philanthropy projects while I was there. I'm the kind of person where I don't need an organization to do philanthropy. I literally went to Accra Mall and bought water and food and went on the road and just handed it out to people. I didn't take pictures. I didn't do anything.
Oh. Thank you for saying that.
You know how people buy one orange, give it to somebody, and they take a picture and put it on social media.
You will never see my stuff on
stop
social
doing
media.
Producer, we'll take one short break and we'll come back and continue this discussion. Please stay tuned to the to WGHC 98.3 FM. This is Alinko with the Progressive Mind Show.
fan coming down in the early morning. This is the damn gaga when I'm caught early. The only design the other side of me. Now some of them wonder what is the bomb shock attack. We have come down and it's all a trunk pop. So as the kids them come watching now. Here it is. As the kids them pop it up.
The wickedest time me and a girl like home. Banja America keep getting pissed strong. Now put it down, yeah. Papa make it handing, yeah. Sometimes coffee, sometimes tea. You know, say Banja America's a celebrity. We ram dance at town and in the country. And all the girls we say them love we, yeah. Look on the girls, them nice and sweet. The gravity, gravity with the enemy. Who want it every day. Not to mention the weed.
Say reggae music run the world. We respect that. Cause every time we touch the mic, them screaming boom shakata. Crowd of massive gets the vibes. We're on orthodox. This is a lesson definition of the boom shakata. Nobody rider. Tear up the girl picnic. Get hot but boy you beat down the one selector. We up that. It's trying to get the verbs. The action word dropped up in our roughneck sound to make this one wise up. I'm on will never run away. In all the arts of battle. I run up the girls them like cowboy round up. Catch her from line 1. Verse 2 me just a show off. Me skill and I would never sell me soul. Me $1,000 bill. Reggae music run the world. We respect that. Cause every time we touch the mic them screaming boom shakata. Crowd of massive gets the vibes. We're on orthodox. This is a lesson definition of the boom shakata.
The wickedest time me and a girl like home. Banja America keep getting pissed strong. Now put it down, yeah. Papa make it handing, yeah. Look on the girls, them nice and sweet. The gravity, gravity with the enemy. Who want it every day. Not to mention the weed.
Physical fit is the kid when me start to release. Me grab the microphone and try to make me dollars increase. Sexy girls to the front. I'm a healthy young man and me will surely get a remedy. One by one, Banja Americans is the group. From the streets of Washington when up, people smoke crack and jet. Fire the M1, we legalize me now despite the head is rugged and rough. Some DJs open up their notice like a damn trash cup. But reggae music run the world, we respect that. Cause every time we touch the mic, them screaming boom shakata. Crowd of massive gets the vibes. We're on orthodox. This is a lesson definition of the boom shakata.
All these monies are tax deductible. We are a 501c3 organization. So you are killing two birds with a stone. You are helping with this good activities and helping building our community. At the end of the day, you can also get it back from Uncle Sam.
Even Even if you buy a ticket, it's still not tell you that.
And remember, in law of attraction, you have to give in order to receive.
To receive.
Yeah.
Thank you. And somebody told me something. Look, everything in this world gives. The sun gives. The moon gives. The water gives. The air gives. Let us not be the only one who doesn't give. I beg. Everything is given. You see, even the earth, when you put seed into it, it will give you a whole tree with fruits and crops. All right. So the concept of giving is phenomenal, and we can't lose sight of it. Let's open our arms, especially for an organization such as this one. You please make sure you are giving, and you are also encouraging other people to give. And so this year, every year, as I said, a pack of events beginning from April. We have the AYA Afro Youth Awareness, bringing all the Afro youth in our communities together. If I say Afro youth, Africa, Latina, African American, all that, Caribbean, all that coming together, and then inculcating into them leadership skills, community responsibility, good values, and also giving them tools that will prepare them for the corporate world when they are done with college. And that one is already done. The WGAC Peace and Unity Street Fest, also, we just got done with that this Saturday. That is also an event or a festival promoting local artists, promoting the station, and also fighting crime and violence in our neighborhoods. In July the 14th, we have the African Cup of Nations, again bringing everybody together to have a soccer tournament on the 14th of July, and it's also against crime and violence. Great speakers are coming. Stay tuned. We'll be getting more information regarding this. And the 9th of September is the African Caribbean / Afro Yacht Cruise Party. That one is a handful.
The tickets are selling out fast. You need to get your ticket
Christina
right now.
I'm
committed to buying my ticket.
All right.
Yes, I'm
He's
committed
buying
as well.
tickets too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to
Tickets are
support this. Go out on the boat.
$50 for ticket
Yep.
if you buy it now.
And there's food and drinks.
Yeah,
And
Tickets are
music,
selling out
just
really
all for
fast.
$50.
You need to get them now
Okay.
before it's too late.
And then DJ Bombastic, DJ Bonsu is going to be on the boat. They're going to be rocking it big time. We only have to beg them to not rock it too much because you're on the water. You know?
Yeah.
You want to be stable.
But I mean, the captains and their personalities on there that will take care
And
of
they'll
you.
give us life jackets.
Life jackets.
So,
and all.
okay.
I mean, it's 3 decks.
You
It's
won't
3 decks.
sink.
You're
You
not
won't
going to
sink.
sink.
You won't sink.
Bombastic.
You are safe. You are
Bonsu,
safe.
Rock your way.
Yeah,
Rock-
yeah.
I know how to swim. I'll personally save all your people.
You are safe.
Okay?
We have 3 decks, and just think about it. Being look at the way it is. Like if you go into we're about to go to next week on the 2nd, which is this weekend.
This
actually.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes, Saturday.
We are going to the Ugandan African
Cultural Festival. Yeah.
I will be there.
Yeah.
Just look at the way we're going to really flaunt all our African attire.
Yeah.
So just imagine that on the boat, on a
boat.
yacht.
Yeah.
The only thing
You know how?
don't bring that, but the big
No,
one.
don't bring the big one. Don't bring the big one.
The wind can carry you out. The wind can carry you. You don't want parachute issues. Yeah.
You know when you watch these hip hop artists and these hip hop gurus, then the PDDs and the Jay-Z's, and they're doing their yacht party in Miami and all of that. Just imagine an African wearing in that atmosphere. You know, and just everybody in there in driving and looking at us.
Right.
You know, there's 3 decks.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just we're thinking about you.
Yeah.
Everything that we do, we think about our
Somebody
people.
Yes.
Everything that we do is about you. So please, the tickets are really selling fast. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
really.
you need to get your
I
ticket.
mean,
And I went down to Kyra Imports this weekend. You know, they have 3 locations, and they got lots of nice African wear too.
Yeah, and I mean, this is also we're gonna promote
Kyra Imports.
Queenzilla, Cosby's wife. Queenzilla, she got a lot of African attire.
Yeah.
The one that was here at the fest. Go out there, got bees. We have Good Shepherd on Foster. Go out there and get your African attire if you don't have one.
Go on Amazon.com, the internet.
Yeah.
Promote look. Actually, when you get into
No, don't go to Amazon. We want you to buy from our people.
Buy local.
Yeah,
Look,
buy it from our people.
Go to
If you go to Amazon, you might get it from China.
From China.
You don't want
Next
that.
day shipping.
From here, go to the stores and get it.
Then
Yeah.
on the 6th of October is the Creme de la Creme, the Night of the Legends, our end of year fundraiser. Booyaka for that one. That one is great, awesome, and so you don't want to miss that.
So the yacht club is
the yacht cruise,
yacht cruise is regular African wear. Now the creme de la creme, the Night of Legends, is the dress up African wear.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
That you can wear African wear, or you can also be classic, like Versace,
like
Gucci. Doesn't matter,
like
classic,
the bow ties and all
Okay.
that. It's the prestigious level of
Christina. We can't be doing Africa. We have to do America too small.
I'm just trying to figure out how to.
We are balancing it. and then so that is for the October 26th.
October 6th.
Sorry, October 6th. October 6th. But more information is going to be coming on this one. Check our Facebook and our website, wghcfm.org. More information on this will be there. And then the 24th December, in Ghana, we have 24th December. That is it's Christmas Eve. It's a big deal.
Oh,
we are bringing that feeling here, but it's for the mature people. Okay, mature does not mean age. You can be 21 and be mature.
Yes.
You can be 18 and be mature.
Yes, I get it.
So, if you are matured in your thinking and your attitude, 24th High Life Dance is your place to come to. That one, after we've done everything for the community, we will just want to wind down and take it cool.
Some fella.
That one there's
some fella, support, giving us CK man, giving us a match in the day, Daddy
Fela Kuti,
and then
CB Saz,
what's his name? Kodwenchi,
and those people,
Kukuseku, old school,
and even highlight from Sierra Leone,
Senegal, all the African countries.
Yeah.
Do you guys have High Life in your country?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Africa?
Yes.
The
mother of music? Are you kidding me?
I was just asking.
Come on, Christina. I thought you knew
These
this.
are questions that the people want to know.
I know. I'm just messing with you. And then in July, as I said earlier, July 12th and 13th, you can't miss this wonderful event organized by the African Chamber of Commerce, led by Mr. Kamanzi. Kamanzi, my brother, I owe you plenty. I owe you a call. I owe you emails. I'll pay for all. I'll make due to all my sins. Okay, I know what to do. I'll come to you specially so we can trash these things down. This is organized. This is a collaboration. This is a US/African collaboration. Okay, they're putting a youth entrepreneurship summit together. So you're going to have a lot of young entrepreneurs from the U.S. market, from the African market. It's time we begin to do this. Okay, it's time we begin to share ideas. And the areas that we're going to be focusing on with this event is technology, agribusiness, and tourism. Please register at www.usayes.com/register. So it's basically usayes.com/register. And then you can put your business there. It's going to be held in Chicago. The specific venue will be given to you. So stay tuned to WGHC and Progressive Minds. We'll give that to you. And then, or if you go on their website, you can get the venue for this event. It's going to have 1,000 participants from 40 different countries, 50 speakers, 100 exhibitors, and 100 U.S. exhibitors. So this is an event.
We need this because we're all entrepreneurs in this room right now. Yes. So we need this for the youth.
Absolutely.
They need to know they have options.
Yes. You have 7 people on your website. There's 7 people you need in order to skyrocket in business.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. I didn't finish this blog post.
Oh. Okay, so you don't want to talk about it?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
So why are you a life coach, and what do you do as a life coach?
So as a life coach, I mainly deal with people who are struggling with filling that void. So in the Bible, it talks about God spoke to the void and said there was light, and then there was, right? So a void, the word void means a nothingness. So it's something that's missing in your life. So I work with my clients and figure out, what is that void? What is that nothingness that they're missing? Is it the relationship? Is it the thriving career? Is it that they're not in their passion? Is it that they've been conditioned about what they should be doing in life? Are they looking to break free and do something different? So I give them that courage courage. I'm their support. I'm their accountability partner. Think about it like this. And when it comes to school, your teacher keeps you accountable and makes sure that you do your work.
Yes.
But in life, who holds you accountable? You wanted to write this book or you had this dream, who holds you accountable? I'm your girl that's pushing you. I'm the girl that's behind you 110%. It could be the craziest idea. We're going to find a way to make it happen. You know, a lot of times we look to our spouses or our parents to be these accountability partners, and they're not, because they have a role in our lives. So you need someone else, an outside person who is, you know, not in any relation to you, sometimes to brainstorm, to pick their brain, to get feedback from, and to support you in your goals and dreams.
Who are your clients?
So most of my clients that I work with are doctors, lawyers, corporate executives. They work at Google or Facebook, and they've been doing what they've been doing for a while, and something's still just missing. We talked about this earlier, that based on societal norms, that's what should make you happy, and they're still not happy.
So you meet these professionals, you talk to them, and you're able to identify something that's missing in their lives, even though they may have a successful career.
Yeah.
And then you pull that thing out and you make it work for them.
Exactly.
Do you also manage it for them?
So I do manage their businesses. I help them build their entire brands, their websites, everything. I'm also an intuitive. So meeting one of my clients, I can figure out what they should be doing. And also, as we know, even if you're in the corporate space, personal branding is important, okay? You need to find a way to stand out from every other candidate. If we look at people who have reached those C-level positions or are in the C-suite, I bet you 90% of them have worked with some type of career or executive coach. Coaching is very important in our world, because a lot of times when we're in entry-level positions, we don't see, you know, we look at it as the glass ceiling, but how do we break the glass ceiling? Well, the people who are breaking the glass ceiling are doing it with some key people on their side, okay? And so one of those key people is having a coach, executive coach. For a lot of my clients, they are in more spiritual businesses. They have a more spiritual aspect in what they're doing. So they're the philanthropists. They're people that want to give back in some way, but don't know how to create a platform to do that.
You meet people who have money, they don't know how to...
They don't know what to do.
Tell them we are here now.
Come on down to 45.
They don't know what to do with their money.
But
Okay.
Really just, how do you give back? Everyone has a message. I always say this, every mess in your life that you've been through is a message that's going to help someone else, okay? And so don't look at your mess as a pitfall. Delay is not a denial. So just because one avenue didn't work out, just because one thing in life didn't work out, doesn't mean that God is not taking you through that good, the bad, and the ugly, right? So a lot of times we want the good life. We want everything to just be simple. But for some of us that have these amazing purposes in life, we got to go through that ugly stuff before we get to the gold mine. You talked about Dangote. No one wants to go through the struggle. They all want to show up when the party is there, right? So at the end of the day, there's some of you guys right now that are probably going through struggles. You probably have that career. You probably have what everyone says should make you happy, and you're like, why am I still not happy? What is that void? Or your life is probably a mess right now. Maybe your finances are a mess. You can't figure out what you want to do with life, or you're frustrated at your kids or your spouse. So how do we take this mess and turn this mess into a message? That's your life purpose. So it's just orchestrating beauty out of all these pieces that we have.
And that's what you do best.
That's what I do best. That's what a life coach does.
What are your price ranges, Christina? Let's see if we can afford you or not. If we can afford you, we'll go and find some government.
You can check me out online at www.christinadukes.com. I mainly work on proposal basis, so it just depends on what a client is looking to do. So everyone, maybe you're far along in your business, maybe you don't need as much, but my strategy sessions start at right under $400 for an hour and a half of my time. You get to pick my brain, and you can use my MBA and my life coaching certification, my real estate license, pick my brain about whatever. So that's basically how that works.
Who's the highest profile you've worked with? What is the highest?
I would probably say one of my most transformational and fun clients to work with is a young man named Fabian Elliott, and he's an executive at Google, and he started an organization here in Chicago called the Black Tech Mecca. And his main purpose was to create a technological hub here in Chicago and build the infrastructure for that. He was a very unique young man, but he came to me like he had all these ideas, and he's just like, what do I do with all these ideas that I have? Like, I want to do this and this and this. And Christina's the girl that's like, okay, give me all these ideas. We'll figure out which, and I always put it this way, which is which baby is ready to be born right now. Right? Because you can't do everything at one time, right? So it's really about time management, creating the structure that's necessary so that you can do everything you want to do in your life. You got to remember that we operate in seasons in life, okay? So as we go through these different seasons, what are you going to work on in those different seasons? So you need someone with a strategic mind that, you know, is clear thinking, because when someone is a genius, they've got thousands of thoughts going through their mind. I think the average person on a daily basis has 150,000 thoughts a day. Give me your 150,000 thoughts and let me create with it. Let me organize it for you. I'm that girl.
Wow, that's beautiful. We have 3 minutes to close tonight's discussion. It's been awesome so far. You've tried many religions, and briefly, which one among other religions, or which one would you say you would like to end up with, if there is one that you want to end up with?
So I would definitely say, well, first of all, my name is Christina, which means follower of the Christ. So it's the name that was given to me. So it's a huge basis of everything around me. But the reason why I explored so many other religions is because what is the common ground, right? Like, I was watching a documentary last night about India, and they have 3 major religions, which are Hinduism, Islam, and Christianity. Everyone lives separate. Okay, the only thing that unites them is the sea, because they're all fishermen. Okay, and so in our world, we're out of many one people. We have to remember that regardless of religion or these things that divide us, tribes or different things, we're all the same people. Okay, so the reason why I've gone into these different religions and studying them and observing them is, what is the commonality here that brings us together as people? We're way too divided. My aha moment in going out into these religions is, I remember one time someone asked me, well, what type of Christian are you? And I went online and Googled it, and there was 42,000 types of Christianity.
Right.
I was like, how am I going to pick? I don't know what to choose. So that sort of led my journey into understanding, okay, well, Jesus was actually a Jew, or understanding these different things. And I think that other people should explore, because we have these titles and these labels that we put on ourselves, and we don't even know why we use them.
So you've tried Judaism,
Kabbalah, Islam, Buddhism, Christianity,
all of it, a lot of it.
Hinduism.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much tried it all.
All right.
Well, they all love me, and I love them.
Did you try Rastafarian?
I sure did try Rastafarianism.
All right. Hey. Okay. David, give us your last words, okay, so we can close tonight's discussion.
Yes. I send greetings to my Ugandan community, and I thank WGSC for inviting me to, pass out a word, I'm thankful that they put this together to help us Africans, to get together, know each other, promote Africa. We have to brand Africa.
Well,
we have to work together. Let's get out of the negativity. Let's be creative. Let's be positive. Let's enhance in our children positivity. Let's talk to them about possibility. Get out of social media. Let's work together, find activities to keep them busy. To avoid being involved in crime, and also promote their talents. It's not like we are not all born for. God has given every person a talent,
a gift.
that that we're supposed to explore.
Okay.
So let's use that opportunity. But again, I'm so grateful for this opportunity.
We'll come back again.
Yes, I'll come back again. And please buy your tickets at www.ucigc.org. A cultural gala is coming up on June 2nd. That's in Ramada Plaza Hotel. That's in Wheeling, Illinois. Please, tickets are available on our website. There's this discounts that you take care of right now. Okay. And
I heard your tickets were selling really fast, and there's only limited quantity available, so they need to go now. They need to hurry.
Yes,
it's a couple days.
You need to hurry. Now. You have to be part of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Christina, you already had your last words. So if let me take unless you're looking at me like you want to say something. Say something. Let's go, please. This is your last words, Christina.
Thank you.
You're my buddy, so I like to mess with you. Please go ahead and say your
Thanks
last words.
for having me.
That's it.
I hope I didn't overstay my welcome.
No, you did
not. You're not going to kick me out, are you?
Before we go, I want to recognize our Facebook followers: Setonam, Ameto Wobla, Bennett Biney, big up. Empress Mausi, big up yourself. Mike LA, he said great music. Thank you, Mike. Femin Martinez, Maia, Rebecca Modi, George Opoku Mahala, and then Nia Simone Epps says,
that's my next door neighbor.
She says, okay. She says, stop talking and start doing. Yes, okay. I mean, Africans should stop talking and start doing. And then Adnan Uro Bele also was watching. Natural Peck says, hey, my beautiful daughter / cousin. Okay. And then Johnny Woods, Gift Nam Willa. Mr. Candy Ghana was also watching. And Philly Ward, Hayward, Johnny Wu says, we like branding and promoting negativity. Sana Herty has been here. Ford Wanyera says, I'm watching. Great. And then Regina Obeng. Hello, Regina. Thank you so much for helping us. You are an awesome lady. Joseph Awinyonga Selassie, my brother, is watching. Jeanette Penny, Lai. Big up yourselves, folks, for watching us. Johnny Woods' great discussion. Thank you so much. Hey, people, we are grateful for coming, for giving us opportunity to come your way again next week. Remember, to whom much is given, much is required. Bye bye.
Free Africa, free Africa, free Africa, free Indian Africa, free Africa, to all entire Africa, free Africa. Whoa.